Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another banner reaction. Very, very surprising and very early since this is literally on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas for those who celebrate it, by the way. I literally just got home from my family Christmas event. And yeah, Faye just decided to shadow drop this New Year's banner, I'm assuming, very, very early. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a reaction video, so it'll be interesting. And yeah, not much to do but to get on our way. As always, if you like the content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz to help support the channel. Only takes 5 seconds to subscribe, but it truly does help us channel a lot. And I really do appreciate all the constant support. All right, let's see who we have. Celebrating with mortals. It is the year of the horse, so it should be horse themed, I would assume. Okay, we have Heimdallr. Ooh, starting off very, very spicy immediately.
I am Heimdallr, god of foresight. The events of this year cannot
and
hide
it
from
is
my
a
predictions.
green mage cavalry, I see. So it does also give the cancel, I believe. Yeah. As expected.
I'll hear you out.
The damage doesn't look that great, if I'm going to be completely honest. If defending in ether raids... Wait, it's only on ether raids. At least that's what it says there. So this doesn't work in Summer's duels? Okay, I'm going to need to reread that. Because if this doesn't work in Summer's duels, then this is basically just like,
Right again.
something you can use on offense, I guess, in ether raids and make things even more of a joke. Oh, no. But what I read was that if defending in ether raids, so maybe it's only for light season, I guess. I'll have to reread that. Okay, so there's Valley. I think. Yeah.
New Year's present from Baldur?
I love the
I
Baldur
want
fan.
to
Oh my
resonate
gosh.
for
That
the
needs to be an
rest of my
actual...
life.
That needs to be an actual merch. Like, come on. Okay. Well, you know. I guess we have to show off against Crom. Okay, also has Invincible Sister, and seems like it's unchanged from the previous Invincible Sister from the previous Valley. So that's interesting. Okay, so yeah, this should protect.
Yeah.
And then we attack. Except Crom apparently... What? Wait, what happened?
Just like Baldur.
I don't know what happened there, but I guess Crom just like neutralized all that damage. I haven't used volley, as you can tell, so I actually have no idea what's going on. Okay, I don't know why they showed there. Random unit. Okay, wait, is this going to be like the Christmas calves for the Year of the Horse?
To a happy and
Setgar.
prosperous new year.
Okay, I have not played New Mystery, so I have no idea who this person is. I did play Shadow Dragon, but Shadow Dragon sucks, so I don't remember much. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the demote. Horsebow Plus. Yeah, to celebrate the Year of the Horse. I guess everyone's just going to be on horses for this. That's going to be like the theme. And of course, we have Baldur and Hothar as a duo. I think we can kind of all... Whoa.
These outfits
This
bring
art
out our
looks
natural
amazing.
beauty. I approve.
Hakan, of course. I knew the art style soon. Hakan the goat.
Follow my
Oh my
example.
gosh, that's amazing.
Don't worry.
Ooh, Arch Rival. That's nice. Okay. This seems very similar to... Ooh, Heavenly Soar. And then Heaven's Stead End. That's the perf.
You should accept this.
But yeah, we all knew Baldur was going to be the duel, right? CYL winner. Yeah. Okay, that's a lot of Kanto. Shadow Ship is going to be really, really nice, though.
What do I do?
Oh, wait. This is just showing the style. I see. I was like, wait. Okay, so yeah. Seems like we also have a lot of warping as well.
Follow my example.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's very similar style to Brave Balder, and pierce foes 5 spaces away and fashionably retreat to safety. I think if you combine this with like the 2, actually no, you can't do that because she comes with a style. We need to find out a way to give her like 2 range or something. Huh. Dual skill. Neutralize any penalty and grants. Oh, okay. That's really good. Like cleansing on command like that.
This year,
That's going to be really nice. Because like Emblem Micaiah is extremely valuable because of the
Like
cleansing.
so?
And so having this as a dual skill will be very good in SD.
your first dream. What do I do?
I really need to read these skills.
Don't worry.
Out of my way! A perfect year!
Really?
Very nice. All right, time to read this, I guess. Who's the demote? Did I see the demote? I don't think I saw a demote. It's probably going to be a red person. Because that's what I'm assuming, right? Like it's the Christmas calves, kind of fitting on Christmas. Okay, that's it. Who was it? Did we see? No, we didn't. Okay. I guess we'll find out later. But yeah. Starting off very spicy with Heimdallr. Let's go ahead and take a look at these skills. With New Year's Fan, we have Slaying. If defending in Ether Raids, at start of enemy phase, grants Foresight Snare to allies closest to the bottom of the map within 3 columns centered on units for 1 turn. If not defending in Ether Raids, at start of enemy phase, if there is only 1 ally, excluding units, with the highest defense among allies closest to foes, grant Foresight. Okay, so never mind. It's split in 2 parts, but basically this is just like Mythic Heimdallr. All right. Now we have this getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them. For foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, inflicts attack defense res -5 during combat. And also if foes attack can trigger their special. And if foes res at the start of battle is less than or equal to 39, weird condition, inflict special cooldown count +1 on foe before foe's first attack during combat. So we have like a little scowl effect there. Yeah. All right. Grants attack defense res +11 to unit. Unit deals +25 damage, excluding AoEs. Reduces damage from foes attacked by 15. Okay, excluding AoEs. And grants special cooldown count -X to unit before unit's first attack during combat. X being the number of penalties effects active on foe, excluding stat penalties, maximum of 2. Okay, so basically this is very, very similar to Mythic Heimdallr. I want to say in terms of like combat, it's very, very close. I don't have a Heimdallr, so I actually don't know her combat, but I know Mythic Heimdallr's combat was not that great. And like here, I think it's fairly basic. Like there's nothing that stands out in terms of combat. Obviously, what brings Heimdallr to the top is the Foresight Snare. And yeah, we have one that is blessable. So you can now put this on not only on your defense on Light Season, but also you can put this on your Ether Raids offense teams now. So this is actually extremely strong for Ether Raids offense because oftentimes the unit that attacks first is the one that does the most damage. So being able to end their action is really good. Obviously, you have to be careful about that unit then getting danced and then shenanigans happen. So that is something to consider, but this should be very, very strong in Ether Raids offense. And of course, in Summoners duels, this will also be very, very strong. Obviously, Mythic Heimdallr shines really, really well in Summoner's Duels. She's not like crazy broken in the same way that Valentine's Leon and like Sakura is. But she's very, very similar to, I want to say, Larather on release type levels. And obviously, Heimdallr was released pretty recently, as in last month. So she's still fairly relevant with this Foresight Snare. And so, yeah, this will be very, very strong on those types of teams as well. So, yeah, obviously, you do have to keep in mind that Foresight Snare turns off once any combat happens. So there are ways to play around it, but it does mean that you have to play a lot more slow. I mean, if you know me, I like playing slow, so it's fine by me, but yeah. Let's see here. So we have an open book, which is the Perf B. Enables Cantil Rem min of 1 at start of player phase or enemy phase. Inflicts exposure, discord, and stall on foes with res less than units res and are within 2 spaces of another foe through their next action. Okay, so this is global, it seems like. As long as she out-reses, you get the exposure, discord, and stall inflicted. I think this is also very similar to her mythic variant. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts attack res -5 on foe. Foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack. Guard, basically. Deals damage equals to 20% of unit's res. Okay, we got that true damage here. Reduces damage from foes attack by 20%. Another a flat damage reduction. Excluding AoEs, and grants special cooldown count -1 to units before units first attack during combat. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, we also have a new C skill. Attack res liberate. At start of player phase or enemy phase, grants attack, liberate, and res liberate to unit and allies closest to foe for 1 turn, excluding unit. Grants attack res +4 to units during combat. For units and allies on the map with the attack, liberate, or attack res effects active, deals damage during combat equals to the number of bonus effects active on unit or ally +5, excluding stat bonuses. Maximum of 10, excluding area effect specials. Okay, so this is basically like granting and in combat true damage based on the number of bonus effects active on the unit or ally +5 for the units that have this attack liberate or res liberate. So this is actually an extremely good C skill, right? It just gives like this status effect, which we haven't even got to, and it also just gives like 10 true damage, which is really, really nice. What does attack liberate do? Grant bonus to attack during combat equal to the number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses +4, max 8. Okay, so that's just basically stat buffs essentially. And that's decent, I guess. Like, it's not the most crazy support out there. But I guess it's fine. Honestly, I think like the true damage support is more important when it comes to that. So yeah. Seems like Heimdallr is going to be doing her shenanigans again. Combat-wise, I'm a little bit iffy, but
Right again.
Heimdallr doesn't need to do that good combat. She's mainly there again for the Foresight Snare, essentially. Okay, we don't need to go through this.
For the rest of
Okay, we have Valley next. And Valley has Sister Hygowita. I apologize for my pronunciation. We have enables Cantil Rem min 1, neutralizes effective against flying bonuses. Okay, so Savalan's Shield, I think. Or is it Io's Shield? One of those. Grants speed +3. No slaying. That's interesting. That is kind of bad, but we'll see. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. All right. Grants attack speed +5 to allies within 3 spaces of unit during combat, and those allies can counterattack regardless of foe's range. Okay, so we have another drive distant counter with Valley. I think original Valley did this, so yeah, this is going to be very, very spicy. For allies within 3 spaces of unit, if allies' HP is greater than 1 and foes would reduce allies' HP to 0 during combat, ally survives with 1 HP, so we have the Drive Miracle. And after combat, restores 40 HP and grants attack speed, great talent +10 to ally. All right. Effects only triggers for player's team once per map. It does not stack with non-special effects that allow. Okay. It does not stack with other skill-based miracle. Blah, blah, blah. Grants all stats plus 15 to unit. Neutralizes foes bonuses. Unit deals plus X damage, excluding AoEs. X equals 15 plus the total value of attack and speed. Great talent. And that's uncapped. So theoretically, you can get a maximum of seems like 35 true damage. That's going to be really nice. If I calculated this correctly. Reduces damage from foes' first attack by 15, and that includes Braves, and we have full NFU. All right, so this is just Valley doing Valley things again. We have the Drive Miracle support, and I assume her special, which is the same as her Mythic variant, will also have like the Miracle craziness that we have there. And then we have the Great Talent, so yeah. Fairly straightforward. This is just going to be like another Valley, right? And yeah, the Invincible Sister is the exact same as previously, but we do have a new C skill, which is Uplift Imbue AS. For unit and allies within 3 rows or columns centered on unit, grants attack speed plus 5, reduces damage from foes' first attack by 5, this includes Braves, and reduces the effects of deep wounds by 50% during combat, and also restores 40% max HP as combat begins. Okay, so this is like sort of like a Breath of Life sort of deal, I would imagine. I think. Yeah, it is like Breath of Life, except I guess based off of the Imbue skill line. Imbue actually being good in 2026. Oh my gosh. And like we get some good attack speed plus 5. We get some flat damage reduction, but mainly it's just here for like the Breath of Life-ish support. Breath of Life hasn't really been seen that often because generally units themselves already have enough healing. And in something like Summer's Duels, it's generally very rare that you need to heal, especially with like Emblem Micaiah Ring out here. You can do it on command, and we haven't seen a lot of burn damage. But I guess this is useful if you still want to use a Breath of Life type skill, I guess. But yeah, Valley's still doing Valley things. She's going to try to be like unkillable with a miracle while also providing that miracle support. Basically like a huge wall that will be very hard for the enemy to get past, which can be very useful in something like Summer's Duels. I have seen Valley's checkmate teams just because that the enemy couldn't deal with the Valley even though everyone else has died. So Valley can be really, really strong. Obviously not as strong as say Alphador or Heimdallr, but you can definitely make her work, and I think she'll definitely be viable. All right. Next, we have Setgar, and where is it? Yeah, here we go. yeah, this is definitely the demote, but we do have a new bow, Horse Bow, effective against flying. For foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, inflicts all stats minus 5. Foe suffers. So this is like support, a rain. Yeah. Foes suffer plus 10 damage from attacks, excluding AoEs, and reduces the percentage of foes non-special, reduces damage. Wait, this is actually a really good bow. Like, this is, like, not only do you get the plus 10 true damage support, the foes also get DR cut just by being in this rain area. That's actually really good. I wonder if there's like a unit that can use this effectively. Just like pure damage support, you know? And then for yourself, unit deals plus 20 damage and reduces damage from foes attack by 10 during combat. Okay, I like this. I like this bow. This bow is really, really nice. Like, obviously, the plus 20 damage for yourself is really, really nice, but the support effect in the first paragraph, or second paragraph, I guess, is really, really good, and I like that. So actually really good inheritable skill. I like it. Good job, Ias. That probably means the Tempest Trial unit will have a similar effect. So yeah. And then yeah, we have Dual Balder. What does this unit do?
Don't worry.
We have Godly Devices. We have Slaying, neutralizes effective against flying bonuses. All right. For foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, inflicts all stats minus 5. Okay, inflicts additional penalty on foes. All stats equals the current bonus on each of foes' stats times 2. So we have the sort of binding necklace, I guess, or not necessarily binding necklace, but like your bonuses become penalties, essentially, sort of effect. I forgot what that effect is called, but it's really, really strong as it can swing matchups a lot. And reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduce. Okay, so we have DR halving there. So already, this is looking to be like a really good supportive skill, just like those huge stat swings. In addition, we grant all stats plus 10 to unit. Unit deals plus 25 damage, excluding AoEs. Reduces damage from foes attacked by X, excluding AoEs. Reduces damage from foes specials by additional X. Okay, so similar to, I think, Excel. If a unit has a weapon triangle disadvantage, X equals 20% of unit speed. Otherwise, X equals 50% of unit speed. And similar to Brave Balder playing with that weapon triangle, and neutralizes effects that, and we have null guard. And then we have the style, of course. Okay. This is looking really, really good. Like the support here seems pretty wild with the huge stat swings, especially since we have so many bonuses right now running around in the meta, especially in SD. So being able to turn those bonuses into effective penalties is like a huge stat swing. Like that's like a 12 stat swing for each stat, in addition to the -5 per stat. So she's going to be like similar to Freya in that being able to swing matchups really, really hard. We also have a perf A, Heaven Steed N, which I assume is near, enables cancel distance +1 max 4. At start of turn, inflicts triangle adept and exposure on closest foes and foes within 2 spaces of those foes to their next action. Okay, triangle adept to basically help out with weapon triangle shenanigans. Grants all stats +9 to unit. Unit deals +7 damage, excluding AoEs. Reduces damage from foes attacked by 7, excluding AoEs. And neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks. And we have full NFU. If exposure is active on foe, if unit has a weapon triangle advantage, or if foe initiates combat, unit attacks twice during combat. And we have Brave if one of those conditions is met. And given that exposure is one of those conditions, it's very, very likely that you'll just have Brave. So yeah, most of the time she should be braving. So yeah, this is looking really, really nice. Nothing stand out so far except for those huge stat swings. But like she can do something similar to Freya or like as like a frontline unit. I assume she's a flyer. So she is a flyer, right? Hold on, let me double check that. Yeah. So like you can have her as a warp beacon or something like that. Just like slap on Marth skill. But let's see what this B is. Heavenly Soar. Unit can move through foe spaces, so we have pass. For each foe within 5 spaces of unit can move to any of the nearest spaces adjacent to that foe. So unless that space is impassable terrain. So very similar to Celica warping. Except on it's basically like what is it called? It's the one that rearmed Hinoka has, that skill. So this is basically like that. Inflicts attack speed defense -4 on foe. Neutralizes effects that grants special cooldown charge +X to foe. Unit deals damage equals 20% of the greater of unit speed or defense, excluding AoEs. And reduces damage from foes attacked by 20% of the greater of units or defense speed. So yeah, it's basically similar to, what is it, air superiority, I want to say? I forgot what air superiority does. What's difference between this and air superiority? Give me a second. So air superiority is speed defense -4 and deals damage during combat equals 20% of greater of unit's speed or defense. And also if foe is cavalry or flying or if decreasing. Oh, basically air superiority grants potent. So yeah, this exchanges a potent for basically like flat DR essentially. So that's like the trade-off there. This will obviously be better for more tanky units or units that want to take a hit. The air superiority, the potent will be very, very nice for units that are just going to be full offensive and don't have potent for themselves. Obviously, if your unit already has potent, Then Heavenly Sword is just straight up better. But yeah. And then we have the dual skill. That's the style, but we know what it does, right? It just like makes it into red, right? Yeah, that's as expected. And then we have the dual skill, neutralizes any penalty and grants attack speed defense res +6, fringe bonus, and cancel affinity to unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit for 1 turn. The neutralizing penalty here is going to be key because neutralizing penalties is so good right now because there's a lot of debuffs that are happening in the meta. And so neutralizing those is going to be extremely good. So Baldur actually has some really, really good support. Not only does she has like the huge stat swings to take advantage of foes' stat bonuses, but also she's obviously inflicts the debuffs. And also we just like cleanse the penalties in addition to all these other things. So yeah, Baldur's looking really, really strong. Now, do I think she'll be broken? I don't think she'll be broken. I think she'll be meta, I want to say. Meta or viable. It will be interesting to see if she appears this SDR. I do think she'll definitely be there in SDS, though. I think she will be strong in SDS. Maybe not SDR, but I don't know. We'll have to see how impactful those stat swings are. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. Who is the Tempest Trial unit? It has to be the red. Kane? Is it Kane? It has to be Kane, right? I think it's Kane. Let me see. Or maybe it's been so long since I played Shadow Dragon, so I actually don't know who the Christmas calves are. Let me check. Ash. Wait, Ash is the wait, what? Like OC Ash? Okay. I guess that's our Tempest Trial. I thought for sure that it would be like Kane, the other one of the Christmas cows, but I guess not. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, what do I think about these units overall? Heimdallr will slot in with Mythic Heimdallr. I think they're pretty interchangeable. So if you don't have a Mythic Heimdallr, you can do well with this. And obviously Heimdallr has been very, very prevalent in SDS right now. So obviously she will be there here. I don't know whether Mythic Heimdallr or this Heimdallr will appear in SDR. Obviously, you should really only run one. I don't really get any benefit from running two. And also, like, that's really, really taking your firepower. So, yeah. But we'll see. I do think she'll definitely be very, very prevalent in SDS, though, at the very least. This New Year's one specifically. Same with Baldur. I do think she'll be viable in SDS and will be prevalent there. I don't know SDR. Again, it'll have to depend on how big the swings are when it comes to her bonus reversal. But bonus reversal is really, really good right now. So I can definitely see her starting out, but we'll have to see because outside of that and the cleansing, I don't think her damage is all that amazing compared to the nukes that we have currently. So it will just really have to depend on that support and whether or not it is enough to carry, I think. Valley is Valley. We know what Valley does. And I think she'll slot in similarly. And then Sedgar is our D mode. So yeah. But yeah, that should be it. Hope y'all enjoyed. And yeah, the banner starts on New Year's. So it's interesting that it's like 6 days early, but I guess this is the holiday season, so we don't want any mess ups. And presumably the IS employees are on vacation right now. So it makes sense. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on this banner and whether or not you're going to be summoning. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all the jazz to support the channel. Only takes 5 seconds to subscribe, but it truly does help the channel a lot, and I really do appreciate all the support. And yeah, Hope you all have an amazing Christmas if you did celebrate it. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching and see you all next time. Bye, everyone.